Okay, so following the video about how to train over 40, over 50, etc. Some of the email I got was about osteoporosis and rheumatoid arthritis. I was asked, can we train with them? Having this kind of problem. And the first thing is, yes, definitely you can. But if I was your PT, as a coach, I would immediately ask you to have a medical certificate of clearance. So, meaning we know that you have osteoarthritis, we know that you have rheumatoid arthritis, but can you train? Are there any issues or is there any other problem that we need to know about? Otherwise, we are fine with that. Can we train? Yes, we can. Okay, we just have to be aware of a couple of things. First of all, what is osteoporosis? Osteoporosis is also called brittle bones. And what does it mean? The spongy part of your bone in particular tends to become more porous, so more prone to fractures. So how do we train somebody with osteoporosis? Again, we have to be aware of a couple of things. First of all, muscle strength. If the bones become brittle, if the spine, the vertebra becomes brittle, they degenerate, so they collapse. They need a support of the muscles. So if you have strong muscle, it will support your skeleton, basically. It will support your frame. So strength training is a very important part of the process. How many times a week? At least 3 times a week, I would strongly recommend. Another thing we need to do with osteoporosis would be low impact activities, like jogging, walking, etc. Because again, impact stimulate bone density. Now, the problem would be high impact activities. So certainly you're not going to get somebody with osteoporosis or even rheumatoid arthritis to jump from the first floor. So we have to be very careful with that. Limited amount and limited impact, so low impact, but yes, we can. So strength training, a little bit of low impact activity, flexibility. Again, flexibility and mobility is going to become very important. So stretching activities, whole body stretch, exercise like Pilates, yoga would definitely help a lot. We need to be aware of spinal flexions. If osteoporosis has affected thoracic 9, 10, 11, 12 at the front and the anterior, there is a possibility of anterior collapse, and the person might end up with a hunt or forward posture or any other kind of issues. So we want to avoid too many spinal flexion like sit-ups, crunches, and etc. Maybe encouraging spinal extension like Pilates type of work, like the Superman, also planks and things like that. Because the planks although it's static, it strengthens the muscle of the core muscle, the abdominal, but also the rectus spinae. The last important would be again balance and stability. So a person who has osteoporosis will be inclined to fractures, fracture of the wrist, fracture of the spine, fracture of the hip in particular. They all might be caused by falls. So what we want to do is to prevent falls. How do we prevent fall? Is by including in the program balancing exercising and stability exercising. So quite a lot of unilateral work, so working one leg at a time, one limb at a time, or exercise, kind of like walking lunges. Bulgarian splits, standing on one leg on a uneven surface. Um, any kind of the one leg stance exercises would work well for that. Um, so regarding rheumatoid arthritis, it's a slightly different problem because this is a proper inflammation and it's systemic, means it's not local, it's not localized to one joint or one body part. So what we have to consider is inflammation as big problem for rheumatoid arthritis. Nice warm up, nice long warm up maybe, but in particular nice and long cool down. Also, during the workout we need to look after the rest in between sets. So for rheumatoid arthritis I would recommend longer rest than for any other problem, just because the joints in particular tends to become very inflamed. If you are the trainee, if you're the person training, just be aware of these little things. So either listen to your coach, your instructor, or get your proper information. There are lots of websites. They give exercise advices for people with rheumatoid arthritis. So yeah, so keep your joint cool, not too hot. If there is extra swelling, again, compress, ice compression, elevation, that kind of things will definitely help you. But if there is problem, then consult your doctors. So for osteoarthritis, it's a very much localized problem. If you are on a weight-bearing joint, you're gonna have a problem. If it's non-weight bearing, like I do in my 2SE joint, they are manageable. So I can still train my shoulders. I cannot do very heavy shoulder presses, or I cannot do a lot of volume, but I can do a lot of lateral movements. So instead of working on my shoulder presses, I work more on the lateral raises, front raises, and the face pulls and reverse flies. So I still can get a good pump on my shoulder. I still can get them big, and it's just a little bit be more different, you know, than before. So that is the beauty of going to the gym. You can still train even if you have these type of problems. So staying at home and protect your joint, protect your body is not going to help you in the long term. It's going to make things a lot worse, that's for sure. So if I wasn't going to the gym, I would have stopped working a long time ago. As a therapist and as a PT and prep coach, I need my joint, I need to be working. So the best way for me was to keep the muscle strong, so they have supported and protected my joint, and they have enabled me to work at this for the last 35 years. Okay, so I hope that clarified a little bit. Again, if you have more questions, send me emails. There was quite a few of you, so rather than sending the information individually, I will continue to do videos, so they seem to be more appealing to some type of people. So I hope you enjoy this. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.